Thank you all for being with us today. Jay Ziebart, nutritionist and health educator, and I'm Megan Mesher-Cox. We host this disease prevention and reversal summit and hope to be able to provide more information out there. So good information that's really evidence-based healthcare information and truly lifestyle medicine. Okay, our next is as a treat. Jay is going to take us into the kitchen. So we're going to be into the kitchen with Jay. This is a break and some quick cooking tips.
That was awesome. Thank you, Dr. Stevens. And thank you, Dr. Watley, before that. And let's just go ahead and we're going to do this. This is a very, very, very quick demo. Dr. Cox is going to do a demonstration on staples in our next break. So I'm just going to talk about sauces. Because really, you know, when we're eating all these healthful foods, what keeps it interesting and delicious is lots of different sauces. The problem is, what is in sauces? Those SOSs. So if you've ever had any class with me, you've heard of the SOSs because I talk about them quite a bit. And that's added salt, added oil, and added refined sweeteners. So we want to sort of avoid those SOSs wherever possible. Doesn't mean we're going to have zero sodium. Doesn't mean our foods aren't going to be sweet and savory. We're just going to choose smarter ingredients. So first off, I want to do a very, very simple 3-2-1 dressing because most of the time what I get requests for is give me something fast and easy. So 3-2-1 dressing is by Jane Esselstyn. And basically it is 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. So I have it all here, a little jar. You just put it all in and shake it up. How quick and easy is that? Now you can use any kind of combination of vinegars, different kinds of mustards, and you can even use different kinds of sweeteners. My favorite kind of sweetener is one that has its fiber intact. So what are those kinds of sweeteners? Basically, things like fruit that have been blended. My favorite sweetener all around is date syrup. This one I'm using maple syrup because that's what the recipe calls for, but you could easily make your own date syrup and do that for this recipe. Then you just put the lid on, put it on really tightly, especially with balsamic vinegar. We don't want to get that everywhere. You can add herbs and, you know, get creative with this too. Add some Italian seasoning would be really good with this. Add a little bit of nutritional yeast, which I'll show you in just a moment. Really lots of ways to customize this flavor for you. And literally, how long did that take to make? Just, I mean, less than a minute. Really, really easy. This is a great dressing. Marinade. It's a really good marinade for portobello mushrooms if you're going to grill those up or bake them in the oven. So, you know, get a little creative with that. How simple is that? So the other one I want to show you is a peanut dressing. Now there's lots of plant-based recipes for a peanut style dressing. So this is half a cup of peanut butter, half a cup of water. I popped the peanut butter in the microwave for about a minute just to soften it up. Tablespoon of low sodium tamari, which is just a richer version of soy sauce. Tablespoon of your favorite hot sauce. You can leave that out if you don't like spicy stuff. Tablespoon of maple syrup. Again, use your sweetener of choice. And this is a tablespoon of fresh ginger. If you're going to use powdered, just use half as much. Whenever you're doing powdered versus fresh, twice as much fresh, half as much dry. And now you can put this on the stove and simmer it until it gets thick, but it is delicious just like this. Just whisk, 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 whisk. Do it gently at first because that peanut butter is thick and the rest of the ingredients will go flying out of your bowl. And really, that's it. I mean, how simple and easy is this? You could put this over a whole grain pasta, over any other kind of whole grain. Would be delicious with veggies. Yum, 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 yum. So I just want to show you a couple of other things. Salsa. Salsa is an excellent, topper for all sorts of stuff. Just watch the sodium, make sure there's no sugar added. Hummus. Who doesn't love hummus, right? This brand is oil-free, which is really, really nice. I make my own hummus at home, which is pretty easy, but if you're not into that, you can definitely find ones that are relatively healthy out there. There's a roasted red pepper one, and I also found a regular plain one. So instead of oil in our hummus, we use tahini. And so this is a whole food. It's just sesame seeds ground up, and that should be the only thing in there. but it's really, really delicious. Very umami flavor. If you've never seen Nutritional Yeast, this is one brand that I quite like. Look for things like roasted red peppers in the jar. Just watch out for added sugars and other things like that. This is a pretty good one by 365. You can even find things like ketchup that are healthier. That the most popular brand, which I won't call out here, has high fructose corn syrup in it. No, 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 no. This stuff tastes almost exactly the same and it has no sugar in it at all. So are these things perfect? No. But if you're trying to do better, these are great options. They also have a fantastic unsweetened barbecue sauce. So you don't have to make all of this stuff yourself. You can, just find the right products out there to help to assist you to do better. This is one of my other favorites. Now, this brand, this specific brand of coconut amino. So coconut aminos are kind of like a teriyaki sauce almost, like a marinade. It's more watery than sauce. But this brand in particular is very low sodium, doesn't have any sugar added. And I absolutely love it. I put it on, marinate my tofu and bake it, put it on like rice and stir-fried veggies. And I love this stuff, use it all the time. So that was just a quick going over of all the different ways that you can flavor your food, because making it delicious should be part of the game plan. Thanks for watching. We'll be sharing these recipes in with the email after the summit.
Thank you so much, Jay. So you'll notice most of what Jay just went over, she made comment that it's really fast. So in so many conversations, actually with Alex, who you can see on the video now too, so many conversations between us health professionals and with Jay, what we're seeing and hearing from people is we don't have time to cook. Back when we could make nice elaborate dinners and have an hour or two to cook, wonderful. And I'm sure there are people still on today that do that. Awesome. I wish everyone had that time, right? There'd be a lot more cooking at home, but how do we have healthy meals that are also convenient and easy to make? So that's was the motivation for Jay to show the really quick meals that you can make a homemade salad dressing in just seconds practically at home.